Good morning, wherever you are, and karibu sana to Motivation Monday. Oh, what a beautiful day it is that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. This is Motivation Monday, where we're sharing inspiring stories and challenging conversations. And thank you so much for being part of this show today. I'm your host, Ted Wahome, and today we'll be talking about something that I think is important for us to consider. Somebody has quipped and said that our greatest tasks in life are our loves and our work. If you think about it, right? Our greatest tasks in life are our loves and our works. That is our relationships. Whether you begin at the nuclear level and going to the extended level and then going to your colleagues and stuff like that, your friendships, your social circle. That's the one circle that you find yourselves in. One of the greatest tasks in life is how do you relate with people? But the other thing is our work, right? And today's story sort of touches on both. We're calling it After the Bliss, and we'll be sharing a story of restoration, a story of redemption, a story of just God working through. And my hope is this, that if you find yourself, perhaps, for instance, if you're married, and life has just dealt you different cards, that you can know that you can rise up again, that the Lord can actually restore and give you redemption. And so right here in studio, and we'll be sharing this in a bit, we have Paul Maldini Maguke. And we will be hearing his story after the bliss. All right. And before we get into that story, we'd like to invite your comments, your thoughts, your questions. And so please do feel free to get in touch with us on our SMS line 20316, and our WhatsApp line is 0786 316 316. We'd love to hear from you. Any thoughts, any insights, any questions that come to mind. But for now, allow me to turn my attention to our attention, really, to Paul Maldini. Karibu sana.
Thank you for having me.
It's so good to have you back.
Thank you.
Yes, I know you've been in a season of travel, work-wise, a little bit.
Yes.
Yes, but karibu sana.
Asante.
Now, we'd love to just get to know you a little bit more, so please feel free to introduce yourself, tell us as much as you can about yourself, and then we'll dive right in to your story.
Yeah, my name is Paul Maldini Maguke.
You're named after a footballer.
Apparently, yes. Maldini was one of the greatest defenders back then. Yeah, he played football till he was 40 years old. Wow. I think one of the greatest footballers that existed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you also play football, do you?
Now I do it as a hobby, more as a hobby than...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
excellent.
Yeah, I'm married to one wife, and we're blessed with 3 kids.
Amen.
Yes, I have 2 girls and... 1 boy.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
How old are they? Just in terms of ages?
My first girl, Zaria Sia Maguke, she's 8 years old. Okay. And we have Anissa Mateba Maguke, she's clocking 6 in the next 1 month.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
She's 5 years, 11 months.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have Jabali Shangarai Maguke, who is turning 1 year in the next 1 month.
Majina nazo. Name game nayo. Yeah?
Shangarai. I tell you, Shangarai.
Is that, where is that from? That's such a beautiful sounding name.
So my maternal, from my maternal side, my grandmother was from Tanzania. Yeah, she was from the Chaga tribe in Moshi. So my great-grandfather, his name was Shangarai. Yes, that's where the name comes from.
Beautiful name.
Thank you.
I've not had that name before, you know, like Shangarai.
Shangarai.
Yeah, sounds very, very, very interesting. Have you been there? Is that?
Oh yeah, I've traveled there before. I think maybe once in every 2 years we do happen to go see their folks and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So after that, that's when we said, wow, our great-grandfather had a household name, and also his faith and whatever he did. Okay. So we decided to name one of our child his name.
Amen. Wonderful. Yeah. That's fantastic. Now, let me ask you, so, and you have a very, very fascinating story, and I don't even know where to start, but maybe you could also just say very briefly, like, what do you do, like, in terms of just your profession, just as much as you're able to share.
I'm both an entrepreneur and I'm also an accountant by profession.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I work with an international company. Okay. It's an NGO. Yeah. And apart from that, I do business. Okay. Yeah. So I run the part of the meat industry and milk industry.
Wewe.
Yeah, so I do have businesses.
So tukitaka nyama na tukitaka maziwa.
Maziwa.
Yes.
Kwa Maldini.
Kwa Maldini.
Yes.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Now, how long have you been married?
9 years now, from 2016,
yes,
23rd of April 2016 to date.
All right.
9 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us your story. Just how did you guys meet and stuff, and you know, how did things progress?
We met. I remember back in the days in campus.
Yeah.
I was doing my CPAs at Visions.
Yes.
Just around the Globe roundabout, and then it was during
Palengara.
Yes, Apple.
Yes.
It was during this long campo breaks. Yeah, so my wife now, who was then just a friend.
Yes.
So I had gone for this because we were doing blocks revisions.
Okay.
So I had just gone there to do my revision because we were yet to sit for exams. I think that December, if I can remember. It was we met in 2009. Yeah. That's when we met. Yeah. And so in that class, I happened to sit close to one of my friends who was very cheeky.
Yes.
To date, he still says, you know, I'm the one who connected you to your wife.
Yes.
He brags about that.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's where we met. And in that class, my 1-2 EV, and then all of a sudden...
Kiswahili.
Yeah, I took her number, and to cut the long story short,
yes,
we have been 9 years into marriage.
Wow.
Yeah,
fantastic.
With 3 kids.
Fantastic. Yes. So how are the early years and stuff?
Early years, let me talk about the early years in marriage. I mean, the marriage has its own good side, challenges. Yeah. But my first 3 years of marriage, I was just floating. I didn't know where I was. I mean, it was like a moment that, am I married? And given the fact that for us, our kid came early. So in our first year of marriage, we had our first kid, but it was the most satisfying thing that I experienced. And so we love traveling. I normally say if traveling was free, you'll only see me once. So there was quite after our honeymoon, there was quite less of traveling.
Yes.
And then after we got our first child, we travel at least every year, twice or once we travel somewhere. Yeah, so the early years of marriage were good. We spent a lot of time together. In the evening when she was cooking, I was there besides her, telling stories.
You're not sitting with a remote in the living room saying, na leo umeka.
But I noticed she always loved to have me around, especially when I came from work. And then she would tell me, hey, why don't you just come stand beside me, and then we talk, because we loved that a lot. And I remember back then in the kitchen, we will open the kitchen door, and I will sit with a stool and then just tell stories and read even for her a novel or a set book back in the ones we used to do in high school. So we did that a lot.
Back in the day,
And when our first baby came, we didn't have a nanny.
Okay.
So for the first 2 months, I said, no, I don't want a nanny. I just want to be there hands-on. So I remember I used to leave work, come home by 4:30.
Yes.
And then I'm cooking. I'm helping her because wow, she used to get very tired. You know, it was the first time experience having a child. So it was a moment that we all cherished, a moment that we all enjoyed.
Fantastic. So basically, your story is very typical in the sense, you know, like boy meets girl, and you know, boy gets married to girl, and you know, they live happily ever after. You know, a child has checked in, and you're clearly a very present father. You're very immersed and engaged with what's going on at home. But at some point, of course, things you know, take a turn. In a sense.
So in 2020. First, there was COVID. And then back then where I was working at, we were laid off. So come to 2020-21, I was 11 months out of work. It was really tough. But I thank God that my wife was there supporting all of us. So that's when I started trying business here and there. And then in 2021, May, one evening, my wife told me, we were taking selfies So this time we have 2 children. Yeah. Anisa's checked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zaria is 4, Anisa is, I think she was 2 and something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then one evening my wife tells me, hey, I'm having a terrible headache. Then I said, okay, I think you should sleep earlier. And then I told her, I think it's because maybe you work too much. You go to work till Saturday, a half day. And then the time that you spend working is so much. Then I felt like she was exhausted. So I told her, okay, let's go have some rest. And then we slept.
Yeah.
But around, I was waking up early morning to go to church.
Yeah.
So I told her, I'll go to church. But she said, I'm not feeling well, so I won't go to church today. I said, fine. So that morning, I remember when I was preparing myself, my eldest daughter woke up and said, I want to go to church with you. I said, okay, fine. So as I was preparing her, my wife called me and said, Maldini, I'm not feeling well. Because I woke up this morning at around 6 o'clock. I went, warmed some food for myself. And the plate I was holding was so light, yet it was full of food. But I couldn't feel the weight. And then she told me,
really interesting.
Yeah, while I was driving, I've been seeing some mirage, like as if the road is expanding, contracting. I can see as if there is, you know, that sort of mirage sometimes when you drive on a hot road. And then she also told me that when I came yesterday at home, when I entered the kitchen, the floor was so new.
Allah.
And I was like, what's this you're seeing?
I think, what are these spiritual attacks that are coming?
And then I told her, let me get you some Panadol so that at least you can take if you're having a headache. So I went to the kitchen, opened the cabinet where we store medicine, took some Panadol, brought it to her with a glass of water. So I called her, and she's not responding.
Yes.
She's seated upright, 90 degrees.
Oh, she's seated right across from you?
Yes.
Okay. But at this point, what is going on in your mind?
I mean, nothing. I'm just feeling like she's having a headache.
Yeah.
I'm not processing anything at the moment.
Yeah.
And then when I called her and I told her, hey, no more jokes.
Yes.
Yeah, please take the medicine.
Yeah.
And then she stretched her hand, held the glass of water, but was not moving her head. So she
almost
was
like she's freezing.
Yes.
Statue.
She's hearing me, but she's not responding to what I'm saying.
Oh dear.
And then all of a sudden I saw the glass shaking.
Yes.
So she was experiencing a seizure.
A seizure.
Yeah. Immediately the glass fell and her body was shaking. Oof. So I had seen that when I was young with one of my cousins who was epileptic. Yes. So I knew what it was. But she had no history of this.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden things just turned. And I grabbed her, I tried to call her, and she passed out. What? Just like that.
So wait. Paint the picture for us. Where are you guys right now?
In our bedroom.
Okay.
She's
You're in the
seated,
house?
Yeah, in the house. She's seated in the middle of the bed.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to give her medication so that she can sleep.
Yeah.
Just take the painkillers and get to bed.
Yeah.
And now this is happening while I'm seeing, and my eldest daughter is behind me because she was following me. She saw all this.
Yes.
And I tried to open the curtains, open the windows, just fresh air to come in. I rubbed her chest, I called her, and she was not responding.
What?
But I remember something crossing my mind and telling me she's gone. And I shouted, no. I shouted, no. Like, I refused it. And that was the moment that I dashed out, took the kids out of the room, because now, because I think of the noise, the second born woke up from the other bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I took them out and went to the neighbor and knocked their door to come and help me.
Yes.
So, yeah, they came. Then we rushed her to hospital, to one of the hospitals in town.
Yeah.
So in the middle of all this, she was not waking up.
Yeah.
So we just carried her downstairs, drove to hospital, and while we were driving, she woke up. And then she was just making some sounds but not talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And wanting to sleep, she tells me, let me sleep, and I tell her no. I didn't want her to sleep. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Because you're afraid, like, man, you'll pass out on me again.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know whether if she sleeps, she might sleep forever. Yeah. So this thing came to my mind several times.
Yeah.
We drove to the hospital, some checks here and there.
Now, this is 2020.
This is 2021 now.
This is 2021.
Yes.
So hospitals are now a bit more open.
Yes.
Yeah. So at least people are kind of like moving around. You remember there's a time during COVID when people are not actually going to hospital.
Yes. So this is May 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, 11 months exactly after I had lost my job. And now I had just got something to do. And then this turns out that it was the final month I was having a contract with that company.
Okay.
And but they had told me we're going to renew your contract because we can see you're not bad off, you're good.
Kuna kitu hapa.
Yes.
There's something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we rushed to the hospital, and the hospitals are open and all that.
Yeah.
And yeah, they take her in through the emergency. And I asked one of the doctors, what's going on? And he tells me, let's not jump into conclusion right now. We are trying to carry out some tests. Then we'll give you feedback, but just hold on. That's the time I realized, wait, this is more heavier than I thought. Because immediately he told me, let's not rush into conclusion.
Yes.
Then I realized there might be something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, they did some tests here and there. They said we're not releasing her.
Yeah.
We have to keep her.
Okay.
So that we can run further and further tests.
At this point, where are your children?
I left them with a neighbor at home.
Okay.
And I called our nanny.
Yeah.
So it was a Sunday morning. So I called her and I just told her, please, because she was a day back.
Yes.
I told her, you won't go to church today. Just come home.
Whatever, please come.
Yeah. The children are the neighbor and I'm gone.
Yes.
And then, so the children are with the nanny. I'm at the hospital. I called one of my uncles. The wife came as well. And I called my mom, and I told her about the situation. I was so emotional.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. I couldn't like fathom all these things at once. So I called her, we prayed on the phone, and all of a sudden I broke down. Yeah. And I also called my pastor then. Yeah. And then we prayed together, and I left it at that. At the hospital. So this time, a few of my friends came because we had planned to meet after church.
Yeah.
So they had the story, and then they came. I told them on phone. They came at the hospital. The sisters came. So all this, the doctor says she's not going home. We have to run some MRI tests. And we said, okay, fine with it. So they ran tests, and 2-3 days later, still no outcome. So I asked, what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why no outcome? Then I remember, I think on the 4th day, they wanted to do a lumbar puncture.
Okay, what is that in English?
In English.
Yeah.
A lumbar puncture is whereby they like puncture you to get some water from her spinal. Oof. So that they could test it. Yeah. So they were doing that because they wanted to test for meningitis and they wanted to test also for TB.
See. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So one of the nurses gave me a file.
Yes.
And told me, the doctor is over there, this is her file.
Yeah.
So when I checked the file, she didn't notice like I can open or something, but I opened it up.
Yes.
Then I saw something written, grade 2 glioma.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I did the thing.
The thing, of course.
Google.
That. Then AI was not a thing, so there's no.
AI wasn't a thing, yeah. So I went to Dr. Google.
Dr. Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a glioma?
Oh dear.
Yeah. Then I saw it was a grade 2 type of tumor. Oof. Oh, this one hit me hard.
Yeah.
So the lumbar puncture that they were doing it is a short procedure, a small one. Yeah. But I was there when they were doing it. Now you can imagine I'm sitting there, and then I just said to myself, grade 2 tumor.
I know.
So I started the process. And remember this time, my auntie, one of my aunties then, she was at one of the hospitals and she had cancer. Yeah. Yeah. So she's one of the people who raised me, besides my grandmother and my many aunties. Yeah. And at that time she was at She had stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
Okay.
Yeah. So tumor and cancer started hitting my head here and there. And after the procedure, after the lumbar puncture, so I asked the doctor, could you please break it down to me? Everything.
Yeah,
I want
explain to me exactly what's going on.
Yes,
yeah.
I want to understand, and I told him,
yeah.
I've seen the file, and I want
so
to
don't
know.
lie to me.
Yeah,
yeah, and
just tell
don't
me.
Give me a soft blow.
Yeah, so
now, I do want you to break this down for us. I'm literally at the edge of my seat,
yes,
and I'd love for us to go into that. But we'll take a quick break and just listen to Mary's. Mary's one of our partners, and this is a story of how family media has inspired us. So please take a listen and see you after the break.
Kwa jina naitwa Mary. Mimi ni single mother, nimeokoka. Okay, niko na watoto 3. Okay. Na kazi yangu mimi ni mfanyabiashara tu hapa Kamuru. Kwa tu nakaa, nasikia tu kuna Mungu lakini sijaelewa sana ile deep. Sasa nilianza tu kuwatch Family TV kidogo kidogo. Naona watu wakitoa ushuhuda. And then nikaona, nikashikwa na hiyo nini upendo wa kuokoka. So wenye nilienda kanisa the Sunday moja tu tukaulizwa nani anataka kuokoka, so nikaokoka hivyo. Nilikuwa tu mzuri lakini hiyo uzuri ya kuzaliwa najua haijatosha. Lakini kwa KRS kidogo unaweza ongea vibaya, uchungi maneno yako, unaudhi yule mwingine. Okay, hujui kusaidiana, yani unachukua tu mambo ni kawaida tu, niwe umejiweka duniani unakaa tu. Lakini venye nilimpokea Mungu, niliweza kuona ukweli. Siku moja, rafiki yangu akaniambia, kuna twende huko sasa huko kwa media huko ndani, Prayer Circle iliniokolea sana. Juu niliweza nilifunguliwa milango sana. Venye nilikuwa huko niliomba sana, watoto wangu hawakuwa naenda kanisa, walikuwa wameacha. So nikatamani Mungu anirudishie hiyo nini, watu hawakuwa naenda kanisa. So nikaona tu moja wameenda kanisa. At least hiyo naweza toa ushuhuda ilifanyika. Kulingana na ushuhuda niliona ukitoa unabarikiwa, inarudi mingi. Unarudi unapata tena, Mungu amekuregeshea na njia ingine. Sasa nataka kukua partner sasa kabisa, bila kurudi nyuma.
We invite you to become part of the family that is helping keeping Jesus on the airwaves by making a donation to M-Pesa paybill number 316 with your phone number as the account number.
Unajua Family TV inashughulika tu na Mungu throughout, so ukitaka chochote anytime, najua neno la Mungu ndilo uhai yetu sasa. So ukienda Family TV kila saa ni Mungu. Naona inafanya kazi mzuri juu inapelekea watu tofauti Yesu anakaa kwa hewa. So wenye hawawezi enda kanisa na watch tu kwa nyumba, wenye wako na mizigo mizito bado inawatia moyo. So ningeonelea heri to support Family TV. Mahali tutaweza ndio saa hii ujumbe ya Mungu ifike kila mahali.
Welcome back to Motivation Monday, where we share inspiring stories and challenging conversations. And today we are talking about after the bliss. What happens when you get married and things are going well, and then they're not, suddenly. This is a story of Paul Maldini Magoke. What an inspiring story, just even so far, just learning some of the things that have. All right. Just before the break, we were talking about where he was at. And before we continue to do that, allow me just to yet again invite you to become part of the family that is changing things, that is changing the narrative, that is helping to share the gospel and keeping Jesus on the airwaves. And specifically, God has given us an open door to go to Lamu. And we would love for you to become a part of the family that is helping to make this happen. And so would you consider to give a donation and your support to pay bill number 316, and the account number is Lamu. We want to go to Lamu. God has opened a door, and we believe that the Lord will continue to help and to continue to change people's lives through the life-giving gospel of Jesus Christ. And so, be part of that. Paul, yes. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Fascinating stuff. I mean, this is just interesting. This reads, or rather listens like a movie in a sense. So you have just gone to the hospital.
Yeah.
And they've performed this lumbar puncture, right? And now you're hearing words like glaucoma. You have an auntie who is unwell. Yeah. Pick it up from there.
Yeah. So I asked the doctor. I would like to know what's really going on. And so there were a number of doctors attending to her.
Okay.
And one of the doctors said, let's revisit this tomorrow when we can have a consensus. You can come with anyone, any member of your family, please come with them. And we'll see the doctors the following day. So we went, and at that time, I told the doctor I have seen some of the reports, because remember we did MRIs, we did this test, and they said we were checking for TB, negative. We were checking for meningitis, negative.
Negative, yes.
And we are left with one conclusion, that at the right-hand side of her brain, just near the ear, on top of the ear, there is a lesion. And it's this in size. So they showed me, like you see, if I do like this, my fingers, you can see my ring finger. So from the MRI, you could see just from the MRI of the brain, you could see it. The way the ring is showing, you could see it. So and I knew, well, this is not nice. So 2 weeks in,
so at this point, you have been 11 months out of work.
Yes, I just came back to work, and I've worked for like 2 months.
2 months, yes.
I'm due to get an extension because they said, we like what you're doing.
Yes.
And at that point, when it was 16th of May, at that point, I wrote to my then boss and told her I can't make it to work. Because I couldn't work. My mind could not.
How can you focus?
Yes, I couldn't focus. And so 2 weeks later, around 13 days or 12 days later, I hadn't gone to work at all. So I was home, hospital, home, hospital, home, hospital.
Wow.
And then, remember, we were also nursing my aunt. Now my aunt passes on.
Oh.
Yeah. My aunt passes on due to cancer. This one hits me. Like, whoa. We really had faith that something will work out. But again, it was the will of God. Yeah, she passes on. The day she passes on, 2 days later, I'm given a termination letter. Yeah.
Yo. They say when it rains, it pours.
It pours. And this one, it poured hard. So I get a termination letter. And I asked why.
Because now you've been, okay.
And remember, it was on contract basis. And they told me, hey, for the last 2 weeks, we can't keep up with that because you haven't been at work. And despite you giving reasons, this is a performance-oriented kind of work. And therefore, you're required to be on duty. Without you, we're losing. And therefore, we had to find someone to replace you. And there it was.
Wow.
And I said, oh God. But I said, I won't tell it to my wife. I didn't tell her anything.
Oh dear. I
decided to omit this information about my work, especially that.
At this point, are you able to converse with her?
Yes, but now, because now the medication, she's still at hospital, and I noticed that she's losing speech. So she started being slow and sluggish. And when we were discharged, we went home with her. I noticed that she could not be able to hold her neck. So it was always falling back or sideways. She wanted at least to lean on something. And we went back to hospital again 2 days later, because the doctor said, please bring her, I would like to check her again. So when we went that day, the doctor said that, no, I'm going to admit her again. I cannot let her go home, because it said that the medication or something is again brewing. So I said, okay, do as you wish. I remember one of the scenes I remember during that period, she laid on a stretcher because we had just gone for a checkup. We didn't realize that she's going to get admitted.
Yeah.
And so they were looking for a bed. And the doctor told us, she's too weak, I can't let her go home. And that's the time that I remember she told me, hey, B, don't leave me.
Yeah.
Literally, don't leave me.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I told her, you too, don't leave me.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And I mean it, don't leave me. And going home, you know, I used to go to hospital, driving back home.
Yeah.
I used to lie in the middle of my bed and I would pray to God. I fought with God. I told God, do not take my wife. Please do not take my wife. Do not take the mother of my kids.
Yeah.
And I told God, if it's not for me, then do it for these kids.
Yeah.
Restore her life, please. I will pray until I fall asleep. And I couldn't have the strength to eat. So I've lost my job. I've lost my aunt. And now my wife is sick.
Yeah.
And this verse came to me. It's from the book of Psalms 97. And verse 5, where it says, mountains melt like wax before the Lord. And I asked God, if you can melt mountains like wax, what's a tumor to you?
To you.
What's that? You can melt it. Please melt it, God.
Yeah, yeah.
And so during that phase, my wife was admitted. We went back to hospital, and the doctor said, that's the day that the doctor said, whatever she's having, we have confirmed it is there. And now what we want to confirm is whether it's cancerous or it's not.
It's not, yeah.
And I said, oh no. And my wife asked the doctor, so are you saying I might be having cancer because of this tumor?
Yeah.
And the doctor said bluntly, yes, there's a probability.
Oof.
Oh, this one broke us down.
Yeah.
Said, I'm not confirming, but we are checking. So we were told to do a PET scan. We did the PET scan for the whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lymph nodes did light up, but there was nothing. So we said, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Every milestone is a celebration. Like you hear there's no cancer, you say, thank you, God.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of this thing. But she's very weak.
Yeah.
She's very, very weak. Then we go, we buried my aunt. And then they said we're going to proceed to do a surgery, but you can seek second opinion from any of the hospitals around, which I did. I went to one of another hospitals in town, and the doctors confirmed, it is a tumor. It is this stage, and the only way to deal with it is check it out. Surgery. Yeah, surgery. Yeah. Okay. So we had the date for surgery, everything set. Then we went for tests. So we had to do a COVID test. On the day that we did the tests, I did fast. Yeah. I was confirmed I have COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this time my mom, we went with my mom. My mom also has COVID because we were living together. Yes. My wife positive. So the doctor said, you have to be admitted. Yes. For 2 weeks, so that this COVID runs out, then we can proceed. Otherwise, we are not doing surgery. Yeah. And they said, you're going to have to pay, because COVID was not under insurance then. Yes, so we said, no, we don't have money to do that. What we'll do is that allow us to go home. Yes. Then we'll do isolation. Yeah. After 2 weeks, we come back. And the doctor said, yeah, it's not an emergency, but it's something within the time frame of a month or two, we have to deal with this thing. We said, okay, fine. We went home, medication. And I thank God because COVID's kind of delayed matters. Yeah. So after 2 weeks, we went back to hospital. Okay. In these 2 weeks again, I'm praying to God. I'm wrestling with God, and there's so many negative information reaching me. My dad-in-law gets hit by a car in town, and I'm like, yo, yeah. My mother-in-law calls me and tells me, please, could you rush and see him? I'm far. I went to the hospital. I find him laying there, and he was hit and just carried to hospital by strangers, good Samaritans, and they left him there. So again, I went and I didn't tell my wife about it. I decided to omit that as well. Yeah, you are carrying a load here. Yes, so it was a battle. Yeah. It was a battle. And when we went back after 2 weeks, I remember that it was around August when now, down from May, August or end of July, when now they're supposed to do the surgery. So we have confirmed the date. Yeah. We have said, and she asked me, are you okay with me going through this surgery? And I said, yes, we have to do what we have to do. Let's follow whatever the doctors tell us, but keep our faith in God. And all this she's telling me, now I remember she's telling me when we were driving, if something happens, please do not remarry now.
Okay, I mean that's. I mean it's interesting, but like definitely these are things that she's processing now.
Yes.
She's just saying, man, at least don't take some time.
Take some time. Take care of the kids. You can take them to your mom, or you can take them to my mom.
What?
But please raise them. And I told her, please don't tell me that.
Stop talking like that.
Who even tells you you're going for the surgery? And then we started quarreling.
Yeah.
And she says, you're in denial. And I said, no, I'm not in denial. Who told you that you're going for the surgery? Yeah. And she tells me, you are literally driving me to hospital.
To hospital to get the surgery
so
done.
Why are you denying that I'm going? And I told her, no, God can still change things. And she said, okay, but let me say what I have to say.
Yes.
So at this stage I said, okay, because I was talking also to a friend, and he told me, let your wife speak. Because I was sharing, I told my wife is like, she's closing things, so she's writing her final notes. Yeah. And I said, I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to process that. But there is this that we say, experience is a friend to wisdom, but an enemy of faith. So through what we had experienced with my aunt passing on, like I see. It's sort of like things were leading this way. Yeah. But I said, why? It gives you wisdom to think or to plan. Yeah. But I said, no, I want to start with my faith. Yeah. So on that note, when we reached the hospital, we admitted her, and I said, God can still change things. So we drove back with my friend. I left her at the hospital. The surgery was to be on a Monday morning. Yeah. I drove back with my friend to one of the restaurants in town, and I told her, I just want to eat. And you know, you pray for a normal day every day, just a normal day, because I hadn't experienced that. Every day I used to ask God, let just things be normal. I don't want a phone call. I just want things to be normal. My wife is okay, my kids are okay. Because remember, my 4-year-old is asking me a lot of questions that I do not even know how to answer back. And they're this generation that they ask questions. Yeah. And we went with my friend to the restaurant. We sat together, and before we even ate, we had just ordered. The surgeon calls me. Okay. The doctor said.
Now you're wondering, God, we just talked about this a minute ago.
Yeah. And she had told me, once she's in hospital, tell me, then we have to do another MRI so that to confirm things, so that tomorrow morning
we start.
So she calls me 2 hours later, and I'm like, why are you calling me? And I tell my friend, this is the doctor. She's the lead neurosurgeon. Yes. And I said, let me just answer. And I told my friend, if things are worse, if Alice was bad, things should have happened before. But why should they wait till she's at the hospital? Yeah. So anyway, she tells me that I need you at the hospital now. And I said, doctor, what's happening? No, I need you now. Please come.
Yes. Now you're thinking, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Even my friend said, I do not want to eat anymore. This food does not even taste.
It doesn't even taste,
We paid and left.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay. We rushed. When we reached, she told me, where's your wife? I said, she's at the hospital. What do you mean, where's my wife? And she said, go check in the room that you left her, come with her. So I knew, okay, things are positive.
At least, yes.
Yeah, so I went, and I opened the door, and my wife was, what are you doing here? And I said, the doctor just called me. My heart is throbbing this time. So we went into the doctor's office, and she opened a screen and displayed. You see this, we did this MRI in May, yes. Do you see this one here now? Yes. Something has changed. And I asked, what has changed? And she told me, the lesion we were seeing has drifted. It's no longer where it used to be, but we can see traces. It's like shifting. It has melted, and it's like shifting. Yeah. And when she told me that, and I asked her, so what next? She said, it seems like this is not a tumor.
Allah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not going to proceed with the surgery tomorrow morning. So I'm going to discharge her. We are going for further checks with the rest of the doctors, the team, and then we'll let you know. My knees went down. Immediately we left the office, my knees went down.
Yeah.
I lifted my hands up and I said, God, you have done it.
Yeah.
I knew immediately when she told us that my heart knew.
Yes.
I knew it was a divine intervention. And I told God, thank you for the healing.
Yes.
Long, to cut it short, we rushed to, I told the doctor we are discharging her today. And she said, no, but you've already billed you guys. I said, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She'll sleep at home.
Yes.
2 days later, I got a phone call from one of the employers that I had done an interview.
Yeah.
And they called me and told me, hey, Maldini, we're interested. We did an interview, and so you succeeded. We want to take you.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, God, thank you for this. I got the job. It's where I'm still working to date.
Allah. This is 2021.
2021.
Yeah. And
my wife now, we followed up with checks, and it's confirmed that it's like they say that the medication we gave her has sort of metal. Tumors don't move.
Yes.
And so this shift, it wasn't a movement. In fact, it was because of the lumbar puncture they had done. So there was some space, some vacuum, and so in her brain it showed like there's a shift, like the fluid, but it wasn't. So they say that the medication we gave her, maybe it's working. So they had given us some caffeine, and they said it worked. Yeah. And some steroid medication that it worked, but I said no. This is God. In
fact, when you just said that, I remember the text that you shared earlier, Psalm 97.
Yes.
What are mountains before you that melt like wax?
Yeah.
I mean, that was like a lesion that just literally melted.
Yes.
Before God.
That was it. Wow. So I shared with my wife and I told her, God has done it. And a year later, we went on doing checks. Yes. The procedure still had to be done, like follow-ups. We did checks. We did every, I think 3 months we were doing an MRI, or 2 months. Okay. Just to check if everything is okay. And now her speech was coming back. Yeah. We stayed on medication for almost 1 year and a half. And she came back to herself, and they said that she's epileptic, the cause was epileptic, but the doctor, I remember the neurologist told me, I still need to find out what this was. I mean, such cases I've not seen before. Yes. And I told him, I don't think you'll ever find the answer to it because it's divine. Yeah. It's God who did it. Yeah. Yeah. Some
people say that sometimes, science is basically just catching up with what God is doing. You know?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. We are almost running out of time here, but I mean, this is such a wonderful story of redemption, of restoration. Yes. And perhaps that's why we're even sharing this story, to motivate someone. Yes. Who might actually have been in the who's right now in the trenches. People who got married and stuff, and sometimes it's just external things, you know. I mean, the internal things in marriage, you know, kukosana, kukwaruzana, and conflicts, and that's usual. Yeah. But sometimes you have these acts of God, so to speak, and things that just are beyond you. That is something you guys were doing. You're living your best life in a sense. Yes. And then things just changed. Yeah. What are some of the lessons that you picked throughout this story, throughout this season? Yeah. Maybe just in very few minutes.
Yeah. I mean. One of the lessons, it's about faith. Yes. I am a man of faith, and I've always said that this experience, this scenario, taught me more about leaning on God and just knowing that it's never over. Yes. Even my wife told me, if you wouldn't have shared with me, if we wouldn't have quarreled in the car about you being in denial versus your faith. Yes. And she says that. It is. I still believe it's your faith that made me to become healed. Wow. And I think that scene whereby I was telling her, I'm not in denial. I just believe that God will do it even the 11th hour. Yes. So putting your trust 100% in God. And another thing is being there for your partner. No matter what, being there for your partner. Yes. There will always be a depression, but you'll rise. Yes. You will rise. In God, you will rise. So this was a season that, from the pictures, my photographic memory, whereby she was lying on the stretcher and telling me, do not leave me. And me telling her, it applies the same way. You
don't
too,
leave me.
do not leave me.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I still imagine, and I know that we went through it together. We came out together with the help of God.
Yes.
And my uncle told me that, Maldini, be there for your wife. When she said, be there for your wife.
Yes.
You will rise together.
Yeah.
And restoration. Imagine getting my job back.
I mean,
and coming back to even much better situation than I was in before.
Yes.
And my wife now being healthy.
Yeah.
And the difference between my second born and my third born is 5 years. And the reason I joked with her that time, I told her, I mean, as long as you're back, I told God, you can take everything you want,
but
just leave my wife. Take all the finances, take everything, but just leave my wife.
Yes, yeah.
And God blessed her again with another child.
Baby, yes.
Yeah. So it is faith, resilience, and being there for one another.
Amen.
Be that positive partner. Be that present partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That is Paul Maldini Maguke's story. A story of hope, a story of restoration, a story of being in the trenches, and yet God lifting him up. And I don't know where this might find you today. Perhaps you just need to be motivated and to be encouraged that there's light at the end of the tunnel. It might look a little different than what you expected, but indeed, God works it out completely. And so I hope that this story has motivated you to sort of just soldier through. I like what you said, that to have faith, that God is going to work it out. One of the passages of scripture that encourages us as Christians is that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. And so God is working it out. And you and I can be motivated today to keep the faith and to remain steadfast on him. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Motivation Monday. That was Paul Maldini Maguke's story, and indeed you can continue to even just listen again so that you might be encouraged wherever this might find you, whatever season of life you might be in. And please do remember that we continue to do this work that we do here because of the generous support that you give. And so please do consider being a partner. You could SMS the word partner to 20316, and you could also just give a support to the paybill number 316 and the account number will be your phone number. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Motivation Monday today. Indeed, thank you so much for being part of this show. Perhaps there are some who might want to give through the bank. You could do that as well. And you can do so also to the Cooperative Bank. The account number is 0113-6000-799100. The account number is 0113-6000-7991 at the end. TBN Family Media will be account name. Thank you so much once again for joining us. We hope to get in touch and to be together next week. So have a beautiful and a blessed day. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Amen.
Amen.